Hello, and thank you for attending my session on the Mini-Dayneutral strawberries as an added income source and innovative product within the Ontario Canadian consumer market. My name is Michelle Regani, and I will be your presenter for this session. Over the course of this session, we will go over the abstract, motivation and problem statement, methods, results, summary, and lastly the future works. The themes that this research align with are both sustainability and commercialization. This paper and research explored the opportunity of commercialization for the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry. Commercialization was explored in the region of southwestern Ontario in Canada. Strawberry production in Ontario has declined, but figures of exportation have risen, seeing over $5 million in 2017. Geographic suitability and purchasing habits were both examined to draw the final conclusion. This new variety will be sold as a minimal preparation fresh product. When picked, this fruit becomes decapped, meaning it drops its stem and leaves, leaving only the accessory fruit, being the red portion of the strawberry. The size of this berry is as large as a Canadian or a US quarter. And with its size, it possesses bold flavors in comparison to its larger counterparts. Dr. Adam Dale of the University of Guelph developed the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry. This research aimed to understand the possibilities of commercialization as well as methods for distribution. Lastly, it was important to look at feasibility to not only the producer, but also the retailer. Both primary and secondary research were utilized. Dr. Adam Dale was one of our primary contacts as he developed the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry. Test trials for this new variety concluded in October 2019. Peer-reviewed journals on both commercialization within Ontario and Canada, as well as consumer purchasing habits of strawberries were used to guide our research and lend to the final conclusion. Here you'll see that I've noted two consumer demographics that would be targeted for the purchase of the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry. First, we have females between the age of 31 and 40. You'll notice that I've listed that their purchasing habit is for their children. When asked which attributes they are seeking when purchasing strawberries, the primary one they indicated is that they are searching for rich, complex strawberry flavors. Lastly, they indicated that they prefer to shop at local stores. When looking at consumers between the age of 51 and 60, you'll notice that their purchasing habit is for themselves. They prefer convenience and ready-to-wash produce, and are lastly seeking organic berries. Not only did the attributes of these two demographics align with those that the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry possesses, but also their income was within a bracket that would allow them to purchase a niche product. Here I've included a map of Canada indicating where Ontario is located. Zooming into Ontario, I've indicated where southwestern Ontario is, and you can see Toronto pinpointed as well. Trials for the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry were conducted in Thamesville, which is almost 3 full hours away by vehicle from Toronto, Ontario. This is roughly 273 kilometers in distance, or in miles, approximately 170. This is important to understand when looking at the constraints on commercialization and distribution. As I've previously mentioned, the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry is decapped upon picking. This leads to a shortened shelf life when compared to the Dayneutral strawberry, which is currently found in grocery stores in Ontario, Canada. Understanding this is important because of the delicate nature of the fruit. So transporting long distances can bruise the fruit and also reduce the freshness. Finding farmers within a close proximity of Toronto, which we've indicated as being our primary region, is critical to the success of the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry. In Ontario, there is a label called Foodland Ontario. This governing body, indicates if the fruit is grown or if the produce is grown within Ontario. As some of our consumers indicated they want to purchase at local stores and are seeking organic berries, this approval would be something that would benefit the sales of the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry. Here I've included a forecasted margin analysis to show the profitability to both the producer and retailer over the course of 3 years. Here, looking at a forecasted income statement, you see that the net income increases over the course of the 3 years. Under the total operating costs, we've included things such as seeds and plants, fertilizer, herbicides, insecticides, field fuel costs, irrigation costs, and a category for other. Under investing, we've included fixed assets, purchasing of investments, and lastly, proceeds from property. Under financing, we've included proceeds of debt, repayment on loans, and lastly, payment on PPE. By identifying consumers that seek to find berries with the same attributes as the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry, as well as proposing a limited distribution radius, the quality and freshness can be maintained during distribution for commercialization. With the population in Toronto being over 5 million, it makes it a high-density location for the launch of this product. Lastly, for future works, additional trials for the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry are being conducted and should conclude in October 2020. To better support the evidence and findings of this research, additional research should be conducted in looking at how to gain buy-in from producers. This is because we recognize that there's risk associated with switching over to a new variety, as well as costs that could be unforeseen. Lastly, I've mentioned that the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry is both delicate and small in nature, which will influence the labor constraints because it is picked by hand. Understanding these factors and how to mitigate them will further support the success of the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry. I'd like to thank you for attending my session, and I hope you learned a bit more about the Mini-Dayneutral strawberry and its potential for success in the Ontario Canadian market. Thank you, and I look forward to answering any of the questions on the open question day for IFAMA.